Okay, my job for today is I'm going to paint this door, this one here. I'm just going to paint this side of it. I'm going to be painting it a light green, a light satin green, which will basically blend in with my mint coloured curtains and my mintish looking green sofa. So as you can see, it's all white now. Basically, actually, it's just a primer that came in with the door. You know, when you buy new doors, new wooden doors, they're already primed to a degree. And I just, when I got into the house, fixed it up. I just give it another coat of primer with the intention of putting the top coat on at a later date when I decided what colour. And now, maybe 5 years later, 4 years later maybe, I've decided to paint it. So I'm just going to take the, don't you see that? Take the door handle off on this side so it saves me masking up, so I can just roll over the whole area, and that'll be that then. So that should be good. So yeah, so I'll just carry on with that and then enjoy the video, enjoy my live. It's always a flaff taking screws off, especially if they're flatheads. I should put cross threads on these, but the screws are the same colour. Obviously it's the screws that came with the door handle, so I just used them. I mean, you only screw in once when you're putting the handle on and when you take the handle off. So once I've painted this door and I screw the handle back on again, that will be there for eternity. And these, dear me, they're coming. Just flatheads are a pain in the bum. There. That was it. Easy peasy. What I'm going to do next is put a sheet on the floor before I start sanding, and then that'll be that really. I might have some cardboard actually that can actually fit underneath that door, or a towel, an old towel. So that should be okay. Yeah, get on with it, Jonesy. Now, I'll just put these down just to catch a bit of as much of the dust as possible, really. Because what I'm using here is a fine sanding pad. Because I only want to denib it, really. Don't want to really scour it too much, you know. Okay. So all you want is a scuff over, just so that it gives the painter key for the next coat that goes on. basically it grips. It grips that will grip onto the top coat. That will grip onto the next coat of paint, you know, basically like that. So it doesn't peel off. And the good thing about these pads as well, you can have them in the palm of your hand, so you can use the flat edge of it and, you know, rub away like that, sand away. And also on the edges here, you can use the edges for very tight or narrow areas, like it is on the door style here. You know, you can just rub it up and down like that. So it comes in very handy. Both sides are like that. Obviously these are not. Right. Now then, you'll be watching a lot of my back while I'm doing this as well. So, don't look at my big bum, okay? There. That's that rub down. Just a quick rub, that's all it wants. Doesn't need anything major. Now then, I will do this edge here because when the door's slightly ajar, open like this, you'll see the green, and it'd be better if I see a green edge here as well. But obviously when the door is closed on this side, you won't see any of this green at all when it's closed. Like that, you see. So just give that a bit of a wrinkle. And actually I need to put top coat on this side of the door as well. So, but it won't be green, it'll be white. Now that may take me another 4 or 5 years. There. Perfect. That's that rubbed. I'll just give it a damp water wash now. Now this will take 2 coats of this green, so I'm just going to basically wipe it over with this. I'll get another dry one, a dry rag, to dry it off a bit. Now then, I'm just doing the actual door. I'm not going to do the door frame. I'm going to leave that door frame white because I think that might look better. Have a nice white door frame and like a minty green, well, light green door. It might stand out nice, I think. Anyway, tell me what you think in the comments. brilliant. And then what I'm going to do is, there's hardly any dust at all from the paint, so I'll just give the floor a wipe here and my skirting board at the same time. It's amazing, isn't it? When you get this low down on your floor, you can just notice dust everywhere. Not easy living on your own, you know. Never mind. There. Now then, I've just locked myself out. Yeah. I should, yeah, I've just locked myself out, in, not out. Right, I will pause this. No, I won't, I'll just let it go. What an idiot. What an idiot. I meant to leave my screwdriver in with me so I can use it as a what's it. There you go, sorted. Yeah, I'll leave a couple of screws in there so it gives me something. I'll put these screws back in and I can use these as leverage to pull the door. Should have thought of this before, shouldn't I? What a dumb bum. But watch that now, when I go over with a dry cloth I don't rip into my skin with the screws. But never mind. What I'm going to basically do is just get a piece of kitchen roll and just gently go over it. There. That's it. I'll just brush round that. I won't bother masking it up. All looking good, Houston. Anyway, everybody that's tuned in on the live there, thank you for watching. Everything's done. So what I'm going to do now is stir the paint and get the roller and brush, and then we'll make a start. So bear with me. Right, now I have two tins here. The paint colour is called light green satin, and it's made by a company called Rainbow, and it's called The One. Paint, primer in one. So you got your paint, you got your primer and paint in one, so that's good. So I can just brush it on, roll it on, whichever way I want to do. But with this door, I'm not going to be brushing it and I'm going to be rolling it. So there you go. So let's have a look to see what the actual colour looks like. I bought this colour because my curtains are a mint green and my sofa is a kind of like a mint green as well, but a different shade. So anyway, yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Yeah, 2 coats of this and it'll darken off a bit as well. So anyway, it's just the back of the door that I'm doing, so it'll be okay. So I'll just give that a good stir and then I'll prep the door. Right, nearly steady Eddie. Got me roller tray. This is a fine sponge, not a sponge, but a fine roller sleeve. This one fine for fine paint and fine finesse. So what I'm going to do first is, before I make a mess, which I just have done there. Might give that a wipe. I'll close that now, and I'll just put that on the floor there, the two rags, just in case I do any drips. What we're going to do is, I've got a 2-inch brush here, just going to brush in the moulding on the inside here, as well as the whole piece really, and then just brush off where it's heavy. Now this is a water-based paint, so yeah, it's fine for inside, which is perfect. See how it goes. Put that there. Now then, I'll do this one. There's like a numbered code for painting these doors, like 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5, and what have you. But what I do, I just say, get on with it. Get on with it. That's it. That's the first coat. Now let me have a look at it from behind the camera. Oh yeah, that looks nice. I like that now. But I'd better get myself a wet rag. Oh yeah, I forgot to do that. Yeah. Don't know how the green matches in. I'll turn the lights off, see if there's much of a difference. Right, that's it without lights. Looks dark there, doesn't it? There you go. Right. Okay. I'll stop that there and I'll come back again. Right, back again. Now this time for the second coat now. It's been, yeah, just over 4 hours, so it's nice and ready now to take the second coat. Yeah, so let's get on with it. Right, the usual, basically, as I did with the first one, and that is to brush in the corner bits. In the moulds, just go around the moulds basically with a brush, no Act of Parliament, and then finish off with a roller. Now then. agree with me? Is it looking good? Look at that, got 2 green paint marks on the wall there. Oh my God, how did I manage that? My gulai. Put that down there. And then this will be the last bit. This strip down here, that side of the door, that's the last. Very quick. Very quick. And it's just a case of checking for any a build-up of paint on the edges and in the corners of the bolts, because that's where it's going to build up if I put too much on with the brush. And go for having a grainy door, eh? Well, that is that. How does that look, folks? Let's have a look from the back. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Looks better now with the second coat. I'll have to be careful with the paint on the floor there. Oops. Just double check there's no build up on these corners. Oh, there's one there, look. And there. There. And there. That's good. That's looking good. I like that now. I do. I do. And I've already done this edge of the door here, already done that with a roller. I just need to titivate the edge bit here. That's it, beautiful. What more can you ask for? That is good. Now what I need now is a wet rag. Where's my wet rag? Oh yeah, it's in the sink. My God. It's okay.